Hi, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to run the water tower investigation experiment. This is gone over in detail in the lesson plan on your provided flash drive, but seeing it done can help answer questions that may pop up. For an intro, you may want to ask anyone who's ever seen a water tower. What do you think they're used for? How do you think they work? Why do you think they need to be so high up off the ground? Answer to that one is so that gravity has the power to pull down on the water, creating pressure in the pipes and more flow. Another question might be, what do you think if there's not enough water in the water tower? Answer to that is there's not enough water to push down on the water below it. So there's not enough pressure in the pipes and there's not enough flow rate. If the kids are a little unsure on these or other questions, don't worry about it, because the activity should help illustrate how having more water helps to create a better flow. So, before you start, you want to make sure that the white cap is off of the slim line, because otherwise it will not flow fast enough. Now, you and your class will be making 3 trial runs for each of the 3 different starting volumes, 2, 6, and 10 liters. And you will need a couple of student volunteers as well. One to operate the spigot to turn the flow off and on, and the other to operate the stopwatch. Stopwatch is pretty simple. It's got 2 modes, the stopwatch and clock. You gotta make sure it's on stopwatch, and then start and stop button and the reset mode. Now, the way it's done is just on the count of 3, you turn on the spigot, turn on the stopwatch, and turn it off once the beaker, which is underneath the lip here, is it overflows. So let's start that. Now, while the other kids in the class, they will be observing and then using the provided data sheet to write in the answers that they see, not the answers, the times for the 3 trials on here, and then calculate the average by just adding the 3 up and then dividing by 3 the number of trials they ran, and then finding the flow rate by dividing 475 number of milliliters that's in this cup by the average time they got there, and that will be their flow rate. Now, they are trying to find out the minimum flow rate that will be necessary for our water to successfully flow through the pipes and get to where it's needed to go. And that will be 55 milliliters per second. So if something is below that, won't work out, not enough water getting where it needs to go. But if it's higher, then it's all good. So let's start. So in the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. And now. When you say now, the kid should also shut. So that took a total of 17.31 seconds. So write down 17.31 on the data sheet and move on to the next trial. Now, you also want to make sure to pour all this water back in so that the starting volume remains the same. Notice I poured a little bit of this back out into it to make it easier to pour back in. Now, once you've done with the first 3 trials for the 2 liters, you'll then pour 2 jugfuls of water from the jug into the slim line, because thankfully the jug here is just about 2 liters, so it makes perfect, just 2 jugfuls of water, and that'll do. So after testing the 3 different starting volumes and finding the 3 average flow rates, you'll now make observations and discuss the results with your class. You can do this in small groups or as a whole class, whatever you feel more comfortable with. We also provided some optional questions to kind of guide you through the discussion, some of which are like what volume produced the fastest or slowest flow rate and why, which of the ones met the 55 milliliter per second minimum flow rate, and why is it important to have a certain amount of water in a water tower based on some investigation. And you can see from this first one that it was the slowest, that there's not a lot of water coming out from there. And we have the same problem in Charlotte sometimes when a home or business is too far from a water tower, because the distance from a water tower also affects the water pressure and thus flow rate. And Charlotte's actually building a few more right now, 3 more water towers, I mean, to help out those neighborhoods. That will conclude your water tower investigation. So hopefully after this class, your students will be primed and ready and maybe even excited for us from Discovery Place to come to your school and classroom to conduct some really exciting activities in class based around our water system here in Charlotte. Thank you so much for watching this video.